What is up, guys? I am Daps. This is Daps Sports. We are back for another week of what I'm buying. Guys, this week we have a little special episode. These are cards that we've purchased, but it's not gonna be like the regular episodes. This week I wanna show you guys how to make 30% on the cards that you buy and sell. I'm gonna give you a little strategy, a strategy that I use. I think it's very, very, very simple, and you're gonna say, wow, why didn't I think of that? That's what Daps is for. Now, you're gonna say to me, Daps, I'm not just gonna buy a card and be able to mark it up 30%. Thank you, YouTube comment trolls. Good thing that's not my strategy. Okay, so first card, guys, you're gonna see some prices on these slabs I'm about to show you. Disregard the prices. They'll probably be a little bit off. Doesn't matter. I want you guys to use these numbers as a reference point, all right? The numbers are arbitrary, but we're gonna use them as if they are the correct prices of each slab. First guy we're gonna talk about, guys, is gonna be Luka Doncic. This is a silver prism in a near mint 8, guys, all right? You see the silver, that rainbow effect? Now, we're gonna use 1,200 bucks as our reference point, all right? Guys, there might be some Luka PSA 8s selling for less than 1,200, but for the sake of this video, like I said, this is the number we're gonna use, all right? So, if this Luka costs 1,200 bucks and you are a buyer and you wanna try to make some money on this card, right? You know that on eBay, the card is regularly selling for 1,200. So, you gotta be as close to 1,200 as possible. You could be a little above 1,200. Cards can fluctuate in price. They don't have to always sell for the same amount. Some could sell for 1,300, some could sell for 1,100. They're going to vary week by week, and especially month by month, they can change drastically. In addition, how the player performs in actual games is gonna affect the price of the card as well. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna put 1,200 down in here, and what you wanna do is, you wanna multiply this by 0.15. All right, so we got 180. Now, why did we multiply it by 0.15? I wanna figure out what 15% of that card value is, okay? So it was 180. Now we're gonna take 1,200 minus 180. All right, guys, so now we're at 1020. 1,200 minus 180. Now that's the price that I want you to pay when you're buying this card, all right? And how do you do that? You're gonna have to negotiate that. Always make offers on eBay. A lot of listings, guys, for buy it nows will say make offer, right? But if you make a $1,000 offer and he counters at 1,100 and then you counter at 1020 and he accepts, or even if he counters at 1050, you wanna knock as close to that 15% margin off as possible, all right? And why are you doing that? What you're trying to do is you're trying to knock 15% off on what you spend, to mark up the card 15% on the other end to make your 30% margin, okay? So you wanna spend 15% less and you wanna sell it for 15% more of that original $1,200 price. So now again, guys, we're gonna multiply 1,200 times 1.15. All right, guys, that's how you're gonna figure out the markup from 1,200 up 15%. Instead of multiplying by 0.15, you're gonna multiply by 1.15. All right, and now we got 1,380. So guys, 1,380 is what you wanna be able to sell that Luka for to make your 15% margin, which again is $180 off of the original 1,200 that we said it costs, which might be a little bit hard to do on eBay, but it's a little bit easier to do in person. If a guy's willing to pay 1,200 bucks for a card, that same person might be willing to pay 1,400, okay? Or 1,380, or 1,350, or whatever it is. And again, guys, these numbers, you wanna hit 30%, but even if you make 20%, churning 20% on cards is a nice side hustle to have, all right? It's fun, it's engaging, especially if you like sports and you're making money doing it. So if you're gonna have fun and make money at the same time, I mean, that's a win-win for me. So again, you wanna pay 15% less than that 1,200, which was $1,020, and then you wanna mark that $1,200 item up to 1,380. So if you're gonna do this on eBay, you also have to factor in those 13% fees. So that's gonna cut into a lot of your 30% margin. So this strategy is probably gonna be best used in person at card shows to people who you know who like to buy and sell cards, all right? So if you're thinking about doing this on eBay, please, please, please make sure you take into account those 13% fees that eBay is gonna take. All right, now what's gonna be your biggest friend on all of this is time, guys, right? And when I say time, I mean when you buy these cards in the off season and you can sit and wait, which is just time, right? That's all it is. You can sit and wait throughout the off season. Now you can see the prices of those cards going up and up and up. So again, I recommend doing this for basketball right now. Football is gonna be a little bit trickier. Baseball is gonna be a little bit trickier, but also baseball, once the playoffs start, all the guys who are out of the playoffs, their card prices, they're going down. That's a buying opportunity. So basketball and baseball will be buying opportunities in their respective off seasons. Football is going to be a little hot right now, but again, a lot of football players are about to drop off a cliff because of injuries. You saw Cam Akers get injured. You saw J.K. Dobbins get injured. Travis Etienne didn't really have a card to really hurt the value of, but at the same time, he's out for the year. Nobody's going to be buying him. So we'll see those guys, if they can rebound next year. Sometimes you'll see a card price for $1 be $15 the next year, right? That's a crazy return. But again, are you going to put $1,000 into $1 cards? Probably not. But if you do, and you 15x that, congratulations. Speaking of, we have a Trevor Lawrence Etienne card. On this card, you got a Trevor Lawrence auto and a Travis Etienne auto, near mint 8, Futures Inc. combo ruby. Guys, this card is going to be numbered out of 20 right here, 13 of 20. Very, very nice. All right, now let's do the math on this one as well, guys, right? So we're going to use $700 as the mark for this card. All right, dual auto. 700, right? We're going to multiply by 1.5. All right, that's 105. 700 minus 105. That's what you want to pay for this card, $595. Now you take that 700, you multiply that by 1.15, all right? 805, that's what you want to sell this card for, all right? And that's how you make 30% buying a $700 card. And now guys, remember, I'm not saying that you can do this at 9 in the morning and then at noon you can make this flip, okay? You do have to factor in time. How long are these deals gonna take to make? Because a lot of guys, remember, somebody might have ripped this out of a $5 pack or a $10 pack or a $20 pack, and they're up $500-600. They are willing to sell the card for maybe $100 cheaper than it's worth because they're still up. You have to think about these things, guys. I know that you see an eBay price and you're like, well, $800, that's the price of it. Well, if somebody bought that card for $700, yeah, they want to sell it for $800 because they're making $100 on that card. That's their profit margin. But if you got into that card at a lower price, you are willing to take a lower price for it. Guys, there's cards that I've bought for $1,000 and they've gone down to $500 and now they're back up to $800 and I'm willing to sell them at a loss. I'm willing to take $800 for the card because I want the cards back so that I can flip them and make money. I want the cash back. Sometimes it's better to be liquid, right? It's better to have more cash than have the slabs. It's all about who you believe in as a player, all right? If I buy a Zion for $800 and he goes down to $400, I might just say, listen, I don't want to wait on Zion anymore. I don't think he's good anymore. I personally think Zion is good, but at the same time, I might want the cash back. I might want to flip football mid-season. I might want to buy Vlad Guerrero Jr.'s if the Blue Jays don't make the playoffs. There's a number of different things that I might want to buy at any given time, and you guys have to decide those timelines for yourself. Okay, guys, the last card we're going to use on this tutorial is going to be a little Herbie Silver Select Herbie PSA 10. This is a field level, guys, all right? All right, guys, so another thing that I do at shows, and you can also do on eBay, let's pretend this card is worth $2,000. I'm gonna list it, buy it now, or put a sticker on it for $2,200. I know that it's $2,000, I'm gonna mark it up. Why do I do that? And why should you do that? Because if you want $2,000 for the card, or even if you're willing to take $1,900 or $1,800, list it up to $2,200. Why would I list that? Nobody would buy it. Okay, well guess what? If somebody walks up to your booth or somebody walks up to your eBay listing online and they see $2,200, maybe they make you an offer. Maybe they say, I don't want to pay $2,200. I want to pay $300 cheaper. I want to pay $1,900. I think that card's worth $2,000 and I want to pay $100 cheaper. You got this listed at $2,200. I'm offering you $1,900. Well, guess what, guys? This guy now thinks he saved $300 or $100, whatever he thinks he saved. Or maybe he did save $100, but you were cool with taking $1,800 and you listed it at $2,200. And you said, I'm fine, as long as I get $1,800 for this card, I'm fine. I'm gonna list it at $2,200, but at least I have some wiggle room to negotiate with. That's why you do that. That's why you mark it up high, guys, all right? So that you have that room to go down to a $300 or $400 or $500 discount and you're still happy with the number you sell it at. If you're happy getting $1,800 and you list it at $1,800 and then the guy tries to negotiate you down to $1,400, you have no room. You have no wiggle room to make that deal with him. That's why you're gonna list that card up a little. Again, guys, we're gonna use $2,100 as the number. $2,100, what is 15% of that? $315. So if you wanted to buy this card, you gotta buy it for $1,785. That's what you're offering this guy for his Herbert, all right? Straight cash, homie. Then you're gonna take $2,100 times 1.15. You wanna sell the card for $2,415, guys, to make 30%, all right? Now, guys, again, this strategy is not gonna work at all tier levels, right? And the higher you go with these, the more $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 cards, no, people aren't gonna wanna spend $400, $500, $600 more than the asking price. So this strategy strategy might be better for you guys on lower priced items, right? You buy a $100 slab, you're gonna save 15%, you're gonna buy it for 85. And you sell that $100 slab for 115. Because if you could do that all day, you're churning out 30%, and that doesn't seem very unrealistic. But on this card right here, $2,100 card or a $2,000 card, is somebody gonna pay $2,400? I don't know. How good at negotiating? How good of a salesman are you? We will see. Like I said, guys, but as you go up to the higher and higher cards, as you go up in this game and you have the more and more valuable cards, the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 cards, you don't have to be greedy. You don't have to take that 30% anymore. You might be cool with 10% because 10% of $3,000 is $300. You make $300 on a card sale, you might not be upset. You make 20% on a $3,000 card sale, that's $600. I mean, that's a good number. It's fun to flip these things. I've seen people walk into the Dallas Card Show in the morning at 10 a.m. and buy a card for $350 that was listed at $500, and they flip it for $500 later that day, or $550, right? Or $600. I've seen it happen. I've seen kids do it. I've seen 15-year-old kids work a guy down from $500 to $400, right? And then sell that same card for $600. You work the guy down $100, you mark it up another $100 on the other end. All it is, guys, is finding the seller and finding the buyer, all right? Some guys are not gonna negotiate with you, other guys will, because they got into the card at a cheaper price, or they've been in the card for too long and they just want the cash back. And then if you find a big fan of that card who really wants a gold or a numbered green card, or out of 50, out of 150, out of 99, whatever the number is, if that guy loves that player, he will overspend. He'll pay an extra 10% for the card. He might pay an extra 15% for the card. So again, guys, these are tricks and strategies on how you can flip cards and how you can work prices down on one end and then mark them up a little bit on the other end. Remember, time is your friend, guys. You don't have to be doing this in the same day. You can plan to buy a card 60 to 90 days out in an off season and hold that card for 30, 60, 90 days and then make your money. All right? Now, guys, Free Box Friday. What are we giving away? Guys, for the sake of football season, we got the Cowboys versus the Buccaneers tonight. Good luck to all you Cowboys and Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans. We will be giving away an NFL Prism Blaster, guys. Enter Free Box Friday. Comment your favorite NFL team below. Please leave your Instagram or TikTok handle if you can. Again, guys, Free Box Friday beneath. Comment your favorite NFL team below and you are automatically entered in Free Box Friday. Good luck to everybody, and I will see you next week. Happy first week of football, baby.